All right, Scorpio, this one's for you. Now, we're looking at the period of time between September 2nd to the 11th, about the next 10 days or so. And how this period is going to affect your mental state or mind, your physical state or body, and your spiritual state or your soul. Can also have an effect on emotion, although all of them together really affect your emotion, which sort of changes minute to minute. So, that said, though, mentally we have assertion, right? We have the sun in Aries, and this is a very powerful mental state. This is a state of wanting to be heard and insisting upon it. Sometimes even people who are typically loud, it doesn't mean that they feel like they're being heard. They're just talkers. But there are periods in our lives, whether we're the quiet one or the loud one or regardless, where we actually have something to say, and we will not be satisfied until we believe that it's been understood. And so this period of time seems like you're going to have a lot of that going on, where there's a lot of people with their opinions, and you don't really feel like you're in a position of being heard, and you might have to kind of work toward that during this 10-day period. As far as the body is concerned, we have the moon in Taurus. The moon in Taurus is a very strong position, and it's a very good position to be in. But it also this leads to potentially some extremes, right? Meaning that so you'll feel when you're relaxed, you're going to feel excessively relaxed, and that may even be read as being, feeling weak. When you're feeling powerful, you may actually feel kind of hyper during this period of time. But what this also refers to, though, is there's going to be very high ebbs and flows during this period of time, some of them quite extreme, and that might even include periods of like pain followed by extreme calm, and sort of a weird, sort of tenuous time. But be aware that the overall sensation here is very good, and it's positive. That by the end of this period, you will still be in a very good place, and you're going to feel actually kind of strong, compared to in the beginning, when it's going to be a little kind of weird and a lot of activity going on physically. Now, spiritually, however, here we have Mars in Taurus. Okay, now this is a very different circumstance. This is really active. This is very proactive, meaning that you're the one. You're not reacting per se. The term says defense, but that's not really the energy. This is more preemptive. The idea here is the action is being taken so that you are protecting yourself. This isn't defense from the respect that, I'm being attacked, let me defend myself. This is, we need to take this action to prevent the attack. This is preemptive action, right? And in the spiritual state, what this refers to is that there's a state in your mind or in your being which affects your body and your mind. There's this idea spiritually that you need to succumb to that, be aware of this and give into that. It's is a difficult thing to have to maybe take steps that you wouldn't really want to, but that will protect you in the future. And there's a loss that comes with that, and that loss isn't always easy to weather. And so it just is a matter of you having the strength to say, okay, I'm going to be all right during the circumstance. And moving forward, because I've taken these steps, I can be protected in the future, right? And that's really what matters. That's the important part. As hard as it is now, it's going to be worth it later. All right. And if you have any particular questions about your individual circumstance or anything else that you'd like to discuss, you can give me a call or a text message at that phone number. Or a direct message or email, and I'll be happy to discuss that with you further. Okay? So in the meantime, we'll see you in the next 10 days. Thanks a lot.